me. Instead, we're going to ask Brother Cletus Gilbert to come and speak to us. Brother Gilbert, or Pastor Gilbert, as I've always heard you referred to, is retired, but I don't know that he's retired too much, because every year, and he'll probably tell you a little bit more about it, every year he makes a missionary trip to Brazil, and he's the one, I guess, that drove the final nail in Scott's coffin. Because Scott went down with your group, didn't he? And brought back a wife. So we're going to ask Pastor Gilbert to come this morning and share God's word with us. If you be in prayer for him as he stands before you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. For you who have been to Brazil, bom dia. Here's some bom dias. I have been to South America now for 19 years. I go and spend the summertime there. It's the winter time. This year will make my 20th year I've gone. And I have learned how to survive in Brazil. And I'll teach you this morning in a few phrases how, if you'd like to go to Brazil, you can survive. The first phrase is El Giam, which means I love you. The second phrase is Esta com fome, which means I am hungry. The next phrase is No mais fome agora, which means I'm not hungry anymore. Or I'll be hungry later. And then we stay in a home sometimes with as many as 11 people there and only one bathroom. And so you have to learn a Portuguese phrase very quickly. Rapidinho, which means hurry up. First time I started staying with Brazilian people about 14 years ago, I'd gone with evangelistic teams before, and we stayed in the hotels in Rio de Janeiro. And so my wife was very concerned about me living with Brazilian people, not knowing their language and how I'd be able to survive and this kind of stuff. And so after I'd stayed a week in this home, I called my wife, who were living in South Carolina at the time, and told her that I was staying with my interpreter and her husband, and they hadn't given me anything to eat all week and nothing to drink, and they beat me every night before I went to bed, and I had to do all the housework just to get to stay there. Well, I thought my wife would say, honey, come on back to North America. You don't have to suffer that way. Instead, she said, tell them to keep up the good work. They're making it. So I suffer in North America and South America too. I heard where this older pastor went to speak in this church, and the first Sunday he was there, he preached 10 minutes and stopped. The second Sunday he was there, he preached 20 minutes and stopped. The third Sunday he went an hour and he didn't stop, and so the chairman of the deacons came up to him and said, Pastor, what's wrong with you today? Stop. He said, well, it's like this. He said, the first Sunday I was here, I had new dentures and they were so tight I couldn't talk. He said, I went back and got the dentures adjusted next week and they were so loose I couldn't talk. And he said, this morning I got my wife's dentures by mistake and I can't get them to stop. So I have my own dentures this morning. I'd like to share before I began to try to share a message with you how I became involved in international crusades 19 years ago. I pastored churches in North and South Carolina and upstate New York for about 12 or 15 years. And we were working with the Home Mission Board of Southern Baptist Convention in upstate New York in Pioneer Missions. And in 1975, I had to have gallbladder surgery. While I was recovering from gallbladder surgery, my wife had a gallbladder attack, and she had to have gallbladder surgery. I contacted the pastor who performed the wedding ceremony, and I told him, it's all your fault. We two become one flesh. But anyway, after she had gallbladder surgery, she became very depressed because upstate New York is a very cold country. As a matter of fact, we looked out the window and the sun would be shining and the high would be 30 below zero. It's a dry cold, but let me tell you, it's cold. We saw it snow for 5 days. We had 3 foot of snow. And so I've had all the snow I need for this lifetime. But anyway, she got depressed after gallbladder surgery, and we moved back south without a pastor. And so I dealt with about 13 pulpit committees, and the best offer I had was a little church that offered me $9,000 a year if my wife would give up her job making $11,000 a year. I had a wife and 3 children. I could not feed my family on $9,000 a year. And so I told the Lord I didn't want to pastor anymore. And so he let me go. I went back in the business world. I became successful in the business world. By 1990, my wife and I had a new car in our garage. We had thousands of dollars in our IRA account, and we had a new home with just like 1 year having it paid for. It's been 20 years, yet it's so real. We discovered in 1990 that my wife had a brain tumor. She had 12 hours of surgery in Emory University Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. After surgery, she had to learn to walk again as a little child. She lost her hearing in her left ear because the tumor was attached to the auditory nerve, and they had to take the nerve out. Her tear gland stopped working in her left eye. So she uses artificial tears all the time in her left eye. We were recovering from that. One Saturday morning, our youngest daughter called us, and when she woke up that day, our 3-month-old granddaughter was dead in bed. We buried the granddaughter, and I'd lost my peace with the Lord. I had no comfort to offer my family. And so I got my Bible, my devotional book, and I went to the bathroom for 3 days and 3 nights. I said, Lord, I'm not leaving this bedroom till I have your peace again. It was in that bedroom that I made the change. very mission-minded. We had our association of missionary to come and speak, asking for volunteers to go with him to Rio de Janeiro. The Lord spoke to my heart and said, I want you to go to Rio. Like Peter, I said, not so, Lord. He said, you belong to me now. And so I went to Rio de Janeiro with fear and trembling. I had not preached much in 15 years. I had never spoken through an interpreter before. And when I got there, the interpreter never interpreted for a pastor before. And so we kind of fell on our face the first night. I went back to the hotel room and I said, Lord, I believe I'm here because this is where you want me to be. And he let me know he just wanted me to see what I could do with my own intelligence. Now turn the crusade over to him. We had 42 people accept Christ. 17 came forward on Friday night and accepted the Lord, and I was so excited. I called my wife on Saturday morning. I told her to sell a house and furniture to meet me in the Rio de Janeiro. But she wasn't caught up in the excitement like I was, and she said, you can send the house payments and stay if you want to. That reminds me of my youngest granddaughter. She's 6 years old now. My wife and I have been married for 53 years. She had spent the night in our home, and my wife was